Good day, guys. Welcome to Julius Academy. And we are still on an accounting for non-current assets, just as I promised you guys. So, we are still on depreciation, and we have a question for you guys to help you get a proper understanding of what depreciation, accumulated depreciation, and net book value is all about. So now this is our question. On the 1st of January 2025, Julius Academy purchased the motor car for 250 million naira. That's our cost. The motor car has an estimated useful life of what? 5 years. That's our estimated useful life. With a salvage value of what? 5 million naira. Full stop. Calculate the depreciation charge, accumulated depreciation, and net book value for the 5 years using straight line method. Alright, using straight line method without wasting much of our time. The only thing that you might need to make now, we will prepare it in form of a schedule. You understand? So this is what we are going to do. Let's get our depreciation charge. Depreciation charge is equal to your cost minus your salvage value. Since that's what they give us, salvage value over what? Number of what? Useful life. Now, let me even go a bit deeper. When they say salvage value, I already explained that in our previous class. Salvage value is the value of the asset that will remain at the what? End of the what? Useful life. So which means by the time we prepare this table, we should have a value of what? 5 million naira at the end. Otherwise, what we are doing is what's wrong. So for that reason, our depreciation charge will be equal to our cost, which was 250 million naira minus 250 million naira minus 5 million naira over what? 5 years. So this 50 minus 1, that's 49 million naira. So this is our depreciation charge. Now let us use this table. Let's prepare our depreciation schedule table. So we have our years. This 2025, which is this year, 2026, 2027, 1, 2, 3, 2028, and 2029. Now there are various ways you can do this. Now let me explain something to you guys. Now in some textbook, they can choose to be reducing the cost by each period. You understand? By, for example, by the time I make my calculations for my first year, instead of putting my cost as a second year, they will put the what? Net book value. Now whichever way you do it, um I'm going to make my cost constant for all the years. You understand? Now, and our answer is still going to be the same. Now let's do it this way. What's our cost? Let's put this in what? In thousand. You put your currency sign and in thousand. So this will be what? 250,000 naira. 250,000 naira. 250,000 naira. 250,000. 250,000 naira. Now, because this is a straight line method, our depreciation charge is going to be 49 million for the rest. So this will be 49,000, 49,000, 49,000, 49,000, 49. Now, why am I doing it this way? Is to help you to be what? More efficient, accurate, and fast when you are solving it in your exam. So here will be our accumulated you write it in full. Accumulated depreciation. So our accumulated depreciation, let's put our, remember your currency sign should be beneath it. Now, when you say accumulated, it's more of like a cumulative this thing. You add it up together. So which means this remains the same for our first year. You understand? Now for our second year, so it will give us what? 98. This will give us 147. What I'm doing is this 49,000. You sum it up with this 49,000, you get this. When you sum 98 with 49, it gives you what? 147. Then you sum it up with 49, it gives us what? 196. Then you sum it up with 49, it gives you what? 245. Remember, in our statement of financial position, to get our carrying value, so this is our carrying value, or net book value, it is what? Your cost minus what? Your accumulated depreciation, not your cost minus depreciation. All this item here is going to statement of profit or loss, while this item here is going to statement of what? Financial position. Your cost minus your accumulated depreciation. Alright, so to get this, okay, let me help you label it. B, C. So your D is equals to what? Your A minus C. Alright, so 250,000 minus 49,000 is what? 201. Then the same 250,000 minus your accumulated depreciation. So which is what? That will give us 152,000. Then 250 minus 147. This will give us 103,000. Now, when you minus this, 250 minus 196 will give us what? 54 what? Thousand naira. Then 250 minus 245 will give us what? 5,000. Remember, this is in thousands, so it's talking about million. You understand? So that is what, this is what they want you to what? To do in what? In explaining the your your depreciation schedule or your asset schedule. You understand? So the asset, your salvage value, which is 5 million, must be equal to the what? Your carrying value at the end of its useful life. So this 5 million, this 5 million in the question. So they must be the same unless your salvage value is zero. If your salvage value is zero, then your value here at the end will be what? Zero. Are you with me? So that's what they mean by what? Your salvage value. So this is what they ask you to do. You understand? So this is what you'll be doing just for you to understand. I created this table so that you guys will be able to understand what I'm saying and put it in the most simplified form ever. Now, another alternative way, you understand? The alternative way is, now instead of writing 250,000 naira and everything, so this is what I will do. This is what I will do. Let's assume you are making use of the carrying value. You understand? To the next period. It's very simple. You just leave it the same way. You understand? Then this our carry value will be here 201. But the difference is that instead of you to subtract it from your accumulated depreciation, you'll be subtracting it from what? Your depreciation direct. Now you don't have to use the two, you pick the method that is convenient for you. I prefer the other one because it gives me a more realistic No, both are more realistic depending on the way you want it. So this is 201 minus what? Minus 49 give us 152. So this 152 will come here as your new, it's carried forward, you understand, or brought forward rather to the next period, or brought down. 152 minus 40,000 give us 103. So this 103 is coming up here. 103 minus 49 will give us what? 54,000 naira. So 54,000 is coming here. 54,000 minus 49,000 will give us what? 5,000 naira. You understand? This is the other way that I can do it. So I suggest you write both and pick the one that is convenient for you in terms of what your understanding. Now, various scenarios you determine which way you are going to prepare this. You understand? So this is where I'm going to be stopping for today on just straight line method. So yeah, if you have any question, ask in the comment section and I will respond to it. Kindly like, subscribe and turn on the notification bell so you get notified when we upload our next video. See you in our next class. Thank you.